How do I answer that? Why do I like it? Well, it's Queen. It's from 1975. I was already into Queen at least a year before this. Maybe, maybe the first album. I know I heard the first album about the same time I heard the second album. So I go back towards the beginning with Queen. That was some of the first rock that I ever listened to that was brought home. And man, it was so, the early Queen was so awesome. Then it got into like bicycle, bicycle, some of that. I didn't care for that. The old stuff, a lot of it was heavy and crazy. Like Queen 2 is just, I wish I could get that drumless. I love that. But anyway, I love this song. I like the way it's a classic Queen, kind of like rolls around the tempo. I love that. They're a band that's brilliant at just making their own tempo. They don't need a click track. They can just float around and it doesn't sound like, me playing in a band dropping tempo in some club. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. So, yeah, Roger Taylor, lovely drummer. As soon as I say his name, it's got to be in a British accent. I always loved the work he did. Like especially what really caught my ear was Queen 2. The drums in that, they just sounded huge and thunderous. Here's a guy, he actually tuned his drums when he when they auditioned him. He tuned his kit lovingly. Roger turned the keys, as it were. So I go way back. With Queen, I go way back. I mean, that's a long time. That's almost 50 years ago. Or it could be 50 years ago. The first album was in 73, I think. So, wow. 50 years! So yeah, that's why I like it. Is it hard to play? No, it isn't hard to play. I don't find it's hard to play. Because I know, I mean, I've heard it for 50 years, you know. So, And like I said before, Roger Taylor, lovely, lovely drummer. I love his style of drums. It may not be like super technical, but it's just fat and thunderous. It's just wonderful. And I like how his tempo's kind of behind the beat a little bit. That I really like. I probably didn't do it exactly like the original, but I wouldn't mind listening to the original and playing it like Roger Taylor. But I probably won't. I probably won't. But I should. I don't know. But I like to stick to what he did for the most part. That's the only band where it wouldn't be hard to just play the original stuff. I don't know why. I don't know. Because Queen is so awesome. Like, what can you do? How can you mess with it? Like, if you listen to this backing track without the drums, listen to the bass. Listen to what this dude, John Deacon, is playing. Holy crap, he's awesome. And it's easy to play with Queen because his timing is so good. It's so good. It's not like that My Sharona, that bass player. I just kept getting kind of lost. You know, it took a while to actually be able to play somewhat not too wobbly through the lead. I don't know. That was a tough song, but like any Queen is super easy. And Rush, if you know how to play it, it's easy because you got Geddy Lee. He's like a machine. Same with John Deacon. He's like a machine. And when you have really good bass players, these backing tracks, they're easier to play. It makes it funner. And some drummers are out there, not to name names, but they'll take these things and put click tracks on them. I've never done that. That's probably why my tempos are swimming a little bit, but why do that? Don't do that. Don't use a click track. Unless it's My Sharona. Because it's during that lead, man, the bass just wasn't my friend. It wasn't my special friend helping me through it. So I wouldn't mind doing some with the click track, though. I mean, the original guy did, you know. But that's what's so cool. If somebody can like go into a club and not get so excited and play the right tempo. That's the number one gift of a drummer. And knowing when to not play too loud. And knowing when to play loud. I'm going off on a tangent, Roger. So no, I wouldn't change Roger's fills. Because his fills are like a sweet, hot cup of tea in the garden when the sun comes up. So you know how much sun there is in jolly old England. Yeah, Queen was a crazy good band. Especially the first bit. If you listen to the first bit, it's just like Queen 2. Queen 1 is awesome, but the production on Queen 2 it's just unbelievable. They spent months on that album, and it's just like this grandiose, pompous, how do I describe it? Over the top, awesome. It's awesome. It's an awesome album, and all the songs run into each other. It's so great. This drumming is so awesome. If I could get somebody to make that drumless, I'd play the whole thing just like he did. I'd do my best. Because that's how much I love that, Queen 2. Roy Thomas Baker, he produced it. And man, I'd like to be a fly on the wall when they did that. Although it might get a little boring after months of it. You know what I mean? Months of it. Like 2112 was recorded, I think in a week. Was it 2 weeks? It wasn't long at all. And I thought, my gosh, it's so smooth and beautiful to do it that fast. You know, there weren't any Pro Tools back then, just pros. Okay, this video's getting long. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.